here to do like a mini storyline. I recently just had another baby, and he is 2 months old. He's asleep right now, so if he wake up, he might be in the video. But I just wanted to tell you guys about my labor with him. It was way different than my first labor with my first son, and I don't think I was scared. I was more like kind of like nervous a little bit. But so I ended up having him when I was 37 weeks and 6 days. And like a week before that, like I was having contractions a lot, like all week long. And I went to the doctor. I worked at a hospital. That's the good part. I was working at a hospital. So I admitted myself into the hospital, and they basically was telling me like I was 3 centimeters and I was having contractions, but they was going slow. And at the beginning of like labor, like it's the slowest of the labor process, the first stage of labor. And I was 3 centimeters for a long time, and I admit myself, and it said that it could be any day, like, because you know, like in labor, you're in labor, and I was in labor. I was feeling these contractions. I wouldn't say they hurt it, but you definitely could tell that they wasn't like Braxton Hicks, because you know, like Braxton Hicks contractions, just the tightness of the belly area. And contractions, like you could feel that in your lower abdomen. So that's how I know I was having really labor pains. So my son graduated K5 May 17th. And before that, the day before that, he had like a field trip, like at the park, like somebody at their school, one of the parents at the school, like brought all the parents that was in K5 and had a barbecue for the K5 kids. So I was there doing a lot of walking. And then at his graduation, like that was a lot too. Like that was a lot of walking. And I don't know, I just was so impatient. Like, I was so ready to have the baby. My stomach, if y'all would have seen my stomach, I'm gonna insert a picture. Y'all gonna be like, whoa, your stomach was so large. Like it was so crazy. Like it was so heavy, like to the point where you have to like hold it up so it won't hurt when you like standing up. But I was doing a lot of walking. I just kept telling myself, like, if I want to go in labor, I'm gonna do a lot of walking. Like, and I'm telling you, I was this close. Like, you see how close this is? I was this close to wanting to do like the castor oil situation to make you go in labor, but I was scared. So I was like, no, if I don't go in labor, I just gonna have to wait until it happened. But so I just was walking, and it's hot. It was hot outside, so it's like being pregnant while it's hot is the worst. And then I'm at the end of my pregnancy, so it's like it's not like I'm small, I'm large. So that was like the worst part of the whole pregnancy, is the heat and the biggest, me being as big as I was. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to walk this baby out. So I just walking. We went to the park. I was in the park with my sister, let the kids play. So while they was playing, me and my sister was walking around the park. I live in this like apartment complex situation where they got like a lot of walking area. So I went over there and I was walking. Me and my son, he wanted to walk with me, so we was walking. And it had to be like Saturday. I was sleeping. I was in a full-blown sleep. It could take me to say it's Sunday morning, but I was in a full-blown sleeping in my bed, And I woke up with this sharp pain. Like, I knew it was a contraction because of where the pain was at. But it was hurting so bad. It hurted for like at least like 45 seconds. I was like, okay. And then I went back to sleep again. And then it happened again, and it just kept happening. So by 8 o'clock, I decided to like track my contractions. So I was tracking them. Like by 8 o'clock, they was coming constantly. Like every 5 minutes, they was coming. So I was tracking them. Then I called my doctor, and she told me to go in. And when I went there, I was only 4.5 centimeters. I was so sad. Like, really, that's all I am is 4.5 centimeters. Like, come on. Like, I just went to the doctor last week, and I was 3. And this is at the point where I am having my doctor's appointments every week. So I was like, dang. So I told her, like, I did not want to leave. I was like, I gotta have this baby or I'm gonna be in too much pain going home. So they let me get in like this little whirlpool. I was in there for like an hour, and my fiance was with me, and he was like, you ain't gonna have your baby. He said, they gonna send you home. He said, and then you gonna make me miss work, because he had to go to work that day. So I told him, I was like, I'm having this baby today. I'm having it. It's like I'm in too much pain for me not to, and my contractions are like so close together to the point where it'd be bull if they send me home. Like, for real, like straight up, it'd be some straight up bull if they send me home. So they let me get in a little whirlpool, and it's funny because he left, and I told him like, okay, since I was already there for a couple hours, so I'm like, okay, well, if you want to go home, at least go to sleep. You can go to sleep. He was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go home and go to sleep, and if I go to work, then I just go to work. He said, you decide, the baby decide to come, then just call me and then I'll be on my way. So, like, maybe like 10, not 10, maybe it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock. He decided to go home. He had to go to work at 4. So he decided to go home and like take a nap or whatever. And I think I got my epidural at like 3:30, and I think it took like 10 minutes for them to do it, maybe like 15 minutes. And I got my epidural. Like, they pressed the button to make me basically not be able to feel my legs and stuff. And I tell you, by 4 o'clock, this about 3:45, I'm laying down in the bed. I can't feel my legs. About 4 o'clock, my water broke. So there's like 20 minutes within me getting my 15-20 minutes between me getting my epidural. My water broke, and that was the first time like my water broke on its own, because they broke my water with my first baby, and it just felt weird. Like, I felt like this tight on my stomach. Like, I don't know, like it was super tight, and then all I heard was something go like pop. And I told the nurse, I'm like, I think my water just broke. And she's like, I think I just heard your water broke too. She said, I think I heard it break. And I was like, uh-oh. Then I just started feeling like this wet stuff. Like, it just was so like liquid that's coming out, and I couldn't control it. And it was, she had just was about to put my like catheter in, because I guess that's what they put in once you get epidural, because you can't get out of the bed or whatever. So she put the catheter in after it broke, and they make you lay on your side. I think it's like the right side that they make you lay on to like help with the speeding process of the labor. So maybe like an hour go by. Maybe it's like 5. Maybe it's like an hour and a half that went by. Because it was like 5:30 when I started feeling like pressure. Like, I wasn't feeling the contractions or nothing. It's been like 5:30, like I started feeling like pressure. And then they checked me. I was like 9 centimeters. So she was like, okay. my fiance still ain't here yet either. So he called me and told me that he was close. He had went home, changed his clothes, and got something to eat, and he was on his way. And I told him like he gotta hurry up because I'm already like 9 centimeters. And it was crazy because when my water broke, I called him. It was 4 o'clock. He had said he just clocked into work. And he was like, I just clocked into work. He said, I knew you was going to call me as soon as I went to work. I said, I already told you not to go to work because I told you I was having this baby today. He said, I at least thought I would be able to get a couple hours in. He said, I only got 8 minutes. I was only clocked in for 8 minutes. I was laughing at him because I told him not to go. I said, you might as well just not go. He was already going to be off for the 2 days after. It was Sunday. He off Monday, Tuesday. So I told him, like, you might as well. Shouldn't have never went. But, so it's like 5:30. And I was feeling the pressure. And I pressed the little nurse button. I told the nurse, like, I'm feeling like a lot of pressure to the point where I feel like my body is telling me like it's ready, like I'm ready to push. And I kept telling her like, you need to get that doctor and tell her to come on or she's gonna miss me had this baby, because my body, like as a woman, like your body knows when it's time to push the baby out, and they don't numb you all the way to the point where you can't feel anything. They numb you to enough to know when you're like, it helps you be able to push the baby. So I just told her, I kept telling her like, you need to call that doctor. She was like, the doctor is like she was doing something. I don't know what she said she was doing. And I just kept telling her like, you need to call her because I don't think I can hold it any longer. So some more little nurses came in and they just started me to push because I told them I couldn't hold it no longer. So I'm there pushing, hear my fiance walking in the door. So I was like, you made it right on time because you definitely was about to miss me push this baby out. So it's like 5 minutes that went by. It's like 5:35 and the doctor decided she want to stroll in. So I started pushing and like I felt it, like I could just feel him coming out. Like I just feeling him, and I just kept on pushing. Then like I think I started crying because like I could actually feel his head just come out. Like I was like, oh my god, like, and it was just so weird because I never felt that with my first baby. Like I don't know, like maybe I was paying attention more in this pregnancy than I was with my first baby or whatever, but I just was like, oh my god, like I'm just ready for him to come out. 10 minutes. It only took me 10 minutes to push him out. It was 5:44 when he came out. And I just was so excited. Like, I just don't know. I was just so excited about him being so healthy because he was super healthy. And I was kind of sad at first when I was pregnant with a boy. Like, I was excited about the pregnancy. But when I found out I was pregnant with a boy, I was kind of upset because I already have a son and I wanted to have a daughter. But either way it goes, you're going to love the child regardless if it's a boy or a girl. You just want the baby to be healthy. And I just love him. He's 2 months old now. He's like, what, 9 weeks old? And he just, the precious baby I ever seen. He just loved me. And I do breastfeed. I don't put him to the breast, but I do pump breast milk for him. And that's all he drinks. He don't even drink no formula. And I think I'm doing pretty good. Like, I pump so much breast milk to the point where I filled my freezer up and my fiance mom freezer. And that phenol, I will be filling my mom then freezer up. But I may go get the baby and show you guys the baby. I'll be right back. Hello, here's my Ryan. His name is Ryan. He's been sleeping, and I wanted to show you guys. He's kind of upset because he was asleep. So now he's gonna be hungry. He's gonna bottle because I woke him. He just be sleeping all the time. I just don't know what to do. You see yourself, Ryan? Yeah. You gonna give the people a smile? Yeah. Let me get a diaper change. I'm gonna go change that big diaper. He don't like wearing his gloves, but I be making him wear them because he be pulling his hair. Well, this is my Ryan. He's 9 weeks old. He's a big baby because I breastfeed him. He pooed it. It stinks. Yep. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my new love. He just be so tired. Like, he got the best job ever. It's to sleep and drink. He get everything he wants. Sleeping and drinking. That's all he wants. But he be up a lot during the day. He been asleep for a little while, so I think it's probably time for me to wake him up anyway so he can drink a bottle. But this is my Ryan, and we'll see you in the next video.